Okay, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidil Mursaleen. Amma ba'd, fa'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Now, inshallah, we will learn about the lesson number 20. There are different rules in lesson number 20. In lesson number 14, we learn about the Yermadun letters. If after Yermadun, no, sorry. Now we will learn about the lesson number 20. Lesson number 20 has different rules. First of all, there is a Izhar Mutlaq. Okay. In lesson
Yes.
number 14, we learn about the Idgham rule. What is Idgham? If after Nun Sakin or Tanween, if there's a Yawmalun letters comes, then Idgham will be done. But here I'm going to tell you about the Izhar Mutlaq. After Nun Sakin, if there's a Yawmalun letters comes in the same word, then Idgham will be not be done. What Izhar Mutlaq will be done? It's mean Ghunnah nasalization will not do nasalization. Okay, like here you can see after Nun Sakin there is a Ya from Ya Malun letter, but in the same word. So rather than the Idgham, it's a Izhar Mutlaq. We should not do Ghunnah like Dunya, Bunyanun. Okay, the next concept is it clear?
Can you repeat once again because little bit I'm confused.
Okay, no problem. After Nun Sakin, if there's a Yarmalun letter, then which rule will be applied
Idgham.
normally?
Idgham.
Idgham.
Mm.
But if Yarmalun letters come with a condition, what is the condition? In the same word, after Nun Sakin, if there's a Yarmalun letters come the same word, then Izhar Mutlaq will be done rather than Idgham. Okay, read the definition, please.
In the following four words, a Yarmanun letter is present after the Nun Sakin in the same word. Idgham will be not done in this case. Instead, Izhare Mutlaq will be done. Therefore, do not do Gunna nasalization in the four words. So,
Let me show you in lesson number 14 if it will clear for you, inshallah. Okay, here you can see after Nun Sakin there's a Yarmalun letter, but Yarmalun letter is coming in the next word.
mm,
Okay, so we
yes.
are doing Kunna man yaqulu. Similarly, here you can see min waraqil jannati in every books. Let's see the tanween like here bi rahmatin minhu. Is it clear?
Okay, before it should come. Yarmanun letter before come before Nun Sakin, no? Like no, before it's coming.
After Nun Sakin, Yarmalun letter is coming. Here you can see
So if we read from Meme, Noon,
after Nun Sakin there is a raw from Yarmalun letter. But the condition in the separate word in Idgham.
o-
Okay?
okay, not the same word. Okay.
Not the same word. You can see in the Izhar Mutlaq rule,
Mm.
the Nun Sakin, after Nun Sakin, Yarmalun is coming in the same word, in
Okay,
the one
yes.
word,
Yeah, got it now.
in a single word. Okay? That's why we will not do unna like swinwanun. Okay?
Okay. So Noon
Okay.
sound will be the like clear sound.
Clear sound is hard, no gunna will be done.
No.
Okay. Next is a sakta. First of all, I will read the word, then I will explain it for you. وَقِيلَ مَنْ رَاقٍ. What I did, I stopped the sound, but I didn't take the breath. It's mean I'm reading the word holding the same breath, but the sound will stop. وَقِيلَ مَنْ رَاقٍ. That is called sakta. So what is the definition of sakta, please?
To stop the sound and then continue reading ahead holding the same breath is called satta. Only the sound should stop whilst holding the breath. Okay.
Okay. Now the condition, if condition comes, like the word iwajan, if two zabar come, fathatan comes, and then there's a sakta, then what will be the rule? Two zabar will change into one zabar, single zabar, like riwaja qayyiman. Okay. And
Okay.
if there's a haraka, like for example, if there was a zabar, it's not zabar, but I'm giving you examples to you can understand. If there's a zabar, like kalla bala, so it will change into jazm. What is the ruling of sakta? There are two rules. Zabar, ismin harakat will change into jazm, and two zabar will change to one zabar. So here's a rule. Read this one.
Satta is wajib necessary in the following four cases. The rule of satta is that the mutaharrika letter is to be read as a sakin and two zabar fatta be changed to an alif and read accordingly.
Got it?
Yes,
I'm not reading iwajan. I'm reading iwaja qayyiman because of satta.
because of the satta.
Right? Okay, let's move toward the next. And keep in mind, in these four words, whenever these four books word come in the Quran, it's satta is wajib, necessary. Okay, sometime in the Quran you can see there's a sword and scene written together, so it's a confusion. Should we mention the scene or sword? What we should read? So in the first two boxes, you will read scene. The surah and ayah number is mentioned here. So yabsutu basqatan. In the box number 4, we will pronounce the sword rather than the scene. Okay, bimus oi in a thick tone rather than bimus say. Bimus oi tirin. I'm here in the box number 3. It's optional. You can read the scene or sword, any. Am humul musaytiruna, or am humul musaytiruna. Okay,
Okay, so what is the
and
rule?
detail is here.
What is the rule?
I define the rule.
Okay.
No specific rule, just you should keep in the mind, in these four words, in the first two word, in this word,
Hmm,
you should keep in mind, because according to your level, I'm telling you,
hmm,
according to qaida rules just
hmm,
mentioned here, you should recite the scene here in these two boxes. Okay,
hmm.
and in the box number 4 you will pronounce the sword, and in box number 3 you can pronounce the scene or sword, any. Here's mention. If you forget, you can find here what you have to do.
Okay, in the Holy Quran, there are four words which contains the letter Sod, but a thin seen is also written on the Sod. Details for pronouncing these are as follows: in 1 and 2, only pronounce seen, and in 3, it is permissible either pronounce Sod or seen, and in 4, only pronounce Sod. Okay,
Got it?
okay, yes.
Okay, next is a word. Here's a tasheel. In this word, tasheel rule is applying. What is the meaning of tasheel? Tasheel mean, the meaning of tasheel is to make soft. Pronounce the second hamza softly. In the Holy Quran, there's only one word where tasheel is wajib. Tasheel mean making the second hamza. If two hamza coming together, the second hamza we should make a soft, like أعجمي وعربي. If you read like أعج, it's a very it's not soft. But if you will read quickly, it will become the seal, soft. أعجمي وعربي. And the next rule is imala. Imala mean incline the sound of, like in this word normally we read ra khadaze re, but in this word we will read majreha. Is this word comes once in the Quran. So what is the ruling? To incline the sound of fatha zabar toward kasra zir, and the sound of alif toward the ya is called imala. Ra, the ra of imala is pronounced re instead of v, so it's become majreha. And in this word you will make the silent this alif and that one and this one, so the word will become bi'salismul fusuqu. It's simple.
Okay.
Okay, lesson number 21. Lesson number 21 is important, very important. Sometime the reciter get confused where we should stop and where we should not stop. There are different signs up there. Okay, before learning about the signs where we should stop and where we should not stop, let's make understand the journal information. So what is waqf? Waqf means stop.
Stop.
Okay, pause.
Pause.
At which word waqf is to be done, and the voice as well as the breath on the last letter of that particular word.
Okay.
Okay, and if uh, some things will change into jazm
Can you
that
do
are
full
mentioned here.
can you do full screen? Slide full screen.
It's a full screen.
No, no, that four square arrow is there, no?
Or arrow.
Uh, right side bottom, right side bottom in
Right
this
side bottom.
right side right side bottom. Then percentage is showing, no? What percentage 125%. After that arrow is there.
Now is it okay?
This is full screen. Like
So what do we have to do?
this right side where we can see the 200% percentage is there, no? In the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. After that arrow mark is there, no? Arrow, four arrow. No, no, that yeah,
Yeah,
this one. Yeah,
okay.
can you click?
But if I do this, I can't make the highlight.
Okay, okay, okay. Then you can
So is
minimize
it
it.
okay? Okay, so you can see the cursor. Okay, waqf. The meaning of waqf is to pause. I told you. So some things change into jazm, like you can see here.
Mm.
Sadiqina is changing into sadiqin. Is it?
Yes,
Like zabar is changing to jazm. Some
Jasmine.
things change into jazm in the state of work. So let me tell you. Zabar zer pesh, simple zabar zer pesh, two zer two pesh. I didn't mention the two zabar, keep in mind.
Two
Okay,
Z two piece.
vertical like khada zabar not included. Khada zer inverted pesh, it means ulta pesh, comes on the last letter of the word, then make that last letter sakin when pronounced verb. What's mean? Like zabar changing into jazm. The first one is read normally as shown in the Quran, but the bottom one is showing how to pronounce. So zabar changing into jazm. Zair is also changing into jazm. Okay.
Yes,
Then pesh is also turning into jazm.
yes,
Two zair is also turning into jazm, and two pesh is also turning into jazm in the state of work. Keep in mind in the state of work, and two pesh is also turning into jazm, and khada zair, not khada zabar. Khada zair is turning into jazm. Okay, and ulta pesh is also turning into jazm. Like akhladahu will change into akhladah. Okay, so what about the two zabar? Two zabar will change into one zabar and one alif, like in the original form alfafan, but due to work it will change like alfafa ilman ilma. Okay, then you can see the rounding ta. Rounding ta in the state of work will change to hasakina. Like uwatan will become uwah. Okay, and very interesting thing. Three things will never change even in the state of work. So khada zabar like watawalla it will remain same. Watawalla sakin itself, it's already sakin, so it will remain same. One help. Okay, then number three, number one khada zabar, number two sakin letter, number three madda letters. Madda letter will never change even in the state of work, like fiha, fiha is remaining same. Tahtadu, tahtadu, got it?
Fiha, can you explain once more? Fiha.
Fiha.
Hmm.
Fiha. Is there alif madda? Zabar is before alif.
Yeah. No, no, no.
So it will alif. Here's alif madda because zabar is before alif. We learn in lesson number 7.
Yes, alif mad is there means so ha alif is there. So okay, by default, if the zabar is there, also we are reading alif only. Okay, so
Yes.
yeah, so it's already
In
there.
the
So we
tahtadu. Hmm.
yeah.
Is
Okay.
a, I told you madda letter will never change. So is the alif madda at the last letter of the word. So alif madda will remain same. Fiha. Here you can see there is a waw madda because of pesh before waw sakin. So it will remain same because of madda at last letter of the word. Tahtadu qawli qawli because of ya madda.
Yes.
Okay. So this was a simple rules. Now here's a concept of nun kutri. I will explain inshallah. Before explaining the nun kutri, let me tell you about the signs, important signs. Reciter, mostly reciter confused where we should stop and where we should continue, where we should not stop. So here are sign of works. Some of sign of work are described below. So it's a circle sound. This is a sign of waqf tam and indicate the completion of the Quranic verse. Ayah. One should pause here. Okay.
Mm.
Number two is meme. Meme. This is a sign of waqf lazam. Whenever we are reading and meme sound come in the middle of the ayah verse, we must pause here. Is a waqf lazim. Lazim mean necessary. Waqf
Okay.
mean stop.
Stop.
Number three, ta. This is a sign of waqf mutlaq. It's just term. So what is the ruling of ta? It is a better to pause here. Number four, jim. This is a sign of waqf. It's the name of this sign is waqf jais, and it's a better to pause here. But keep in mind, it's also permissible to carry on. Okay. So from A to D, it's a better to pause. In the number one, we should pause. In number two, must pause. Number three, we should pause. And number four, permissible to continue, but better to pause here. So from the E, like za, this is a waqf mujawwaz. It's a permissible to pause here, but is better to avoid pause at it. We should continue reciting. without pausing. It's a better, but also we can pause. Next is a short waqfe murakhas. One should not pause here. We should continue reciting at this sign. And the law, there are two rules of law. If it's come alone, one should not uh, pause. We should continue. But it's whenever, if the sign la is come on the top of the word sign like this, is present above the sign. So what is the ruling? There is a difference of opinion which where whether to pause or not. So if Allah comes without the sign of ayah, as I mentioned before, it's come alone, then do not pause. But if comes on the top of the ayah, there are different opinion to pause or not. So it's permissible to pause or you can carry on as well.
Okay.
Okay, one more term is there. It's very important. Iada. Iada means repetition. After doing work, pausing, reciting while joining the preceding text is called iada. What's mean? Like the verse is very long and I can't read the full verse in one breath. So there is a option. I can pause at any place like a work, and then I will read the previous word and will continue reading. That is called i'ada. Let me give you an example. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. لن تنالوا البر حتى تنفقوا مما تحبون. Okay, there was no pause at حتى تنفقوا. I stopped here, then I recited again حتى تنفقوا مما تحبون. That's called إعادة. Okay,
Okay.
so last concept is noon qutni. I will explain the noon qutni with a real time example. First of all, let me recite how to read noon qutnis, then I will explain with a real time example. Okay, here خيرا الوصية. Without work we will recite خيرا خير. We're not pronouncing it. خيرا الوصية. With work it will become خير الوصية. Let me give you real time example. Here for actually the definition of nun qutni is when a hamza wasli mean temporary. When the temporary hamza comes after a tanween, like two zabar two z two pesh, the hamza wasli is dropped in the case of wasl mean without pausing, continue reading. And the noon sakina of tanween is given a kasra zair, and a small noon is shown with it. This noon is called noon qutni. So condition, hamza, temporary hamza should come after tanween, then noon qutni rule will be applied. So let's see. Here you can see surah ikhlas. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad. Normally we read like this, but if we want to read without pausing, we will read like قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد. How? قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد. What I'm doing actually, after tanween there's a hamza wasli. It's not uh, hamza real zabar on the hamza. Okay, so in the case of wasl means continue reading without pausing. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد. After tanween there's a hamza wasli. So I'm changing that two page into one page. Okay, like kul huwallahu ahadu, and there will be noon putni nilla is with the, and this hamza will drop. Qul huwallahu ahadun illahu samad. I'm joining this noon with this lam. Nillahu samad. What happening? After tanween there is a hamza wasli according to noon kutni rule. After tanween there is a hamza wasli. So dropping by dropping in the case of wasl mean continue reading without stopping. We will drop this hamza, and the tanween will change into one page, and small noon will shown under it. That noon is called noon kutni. Okay, now read the definition. You will understand the definition what we have learned. Okay, when a hamza wasli comes
From
after tanween.
Tanween, the Hamza Wasli is dropped in the case of Wasl without pausing, and Noon Sakin of Tanween is given a Kasra Zair, and small Noon is shown with it. This is Noon is called Noon Kutni.
Okay, so these all the rules we have learned in Madani Qaida. Hopefully you enjoy these rules and understand. If you have any confusion you can ask please.
All rule completed in Madni Kaina.
Yeah,
Okay. So
now the
right now
next
you have like 22 lesson. This is remaining.
22 lesson is about the namaz
Acha,
salah. Just
oh,
practicing the rules we have learned in first 21 lessons
hmm,
we will apply on the namaz.
acha, acha.
Okay,
Okay, okay.
so it's mean we have learned the rules mentioned in the Madani Qaida. These are the very important and rules. If anyone learn these rules, it mean he will be able to recite Quran without any major mistake, and will follow the basic tajweed rules, and make can make his recitation wonderful, beautiful.
So one question I have,
Yeah,
this
please.
Noon Kutni, the rule you have explained, this will this I can apply in all the line in the Quran, or
When there will be the condition after tanween, if there is a hamza wasli, then you can apply the rule of nun kutni.
okay, okay, got it.
Okay, so
Yes.
our lesson has completed. If you have any question you can ask.
Mashallah, you have explained very well. I've understood everything. Just I need to practice and practice reading Quran and applying the rule, and then so that I can like reuse the more and more time, so that I will able to read all this thing properly and
Okay,
well.
jazakallah khair, may Allah bless you. Okay, let me recap what we have learned lesson by lesson. Okay,
Yes. Okay.
in the start I said we can I can explain the rules within a 20 minutes. So let's see how I can explain the all rule within a 20 minutes. Okay,
Yeah. Inshallah.
because every rule I have to mention, explain with examples, so that's why it's take a lot of time. Yeah. Okay, and let's recap the rules of Madani Qaida in very short time. Just I
Inshallah.
will recap the rules. I will just mention the rules what we have learned. Note I will not explain the rule what is the rule actually is. Just I'm recapping your memory. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. In lesson number one, we learn about the alphabet letters. It's mean mufridat letters, or other name is tahajji letters. There are 29 letters. And then we will learn about the mustaliya letters, safiria letters, and lips letters, shafawiya letters. Okay. In lesson number two, we learn about the shapes of the letters, that is called compound letters, two or more letters joining together. In lesson number three, we learn about the harakat, Fatha, Kasra, Dhamma. It means Zabar, Zaid, Pesh. And we learn deeply about the harakats. In lesson number 4, we learn about somewhat similar sound letters written together. So we practice how to pronounce, differentiate one letters from the other letters with the harakat. In lesson number 5, we learn about the tanween, and again we differentiate our sound with the letters, somewhat similar sound. In lesson number 6 is a practice of all previous lesson from lesson number 1 to lesson number 5. What we have learned, we will apply the rules in lesson number 6. And lesson number 7 is about the madda letters. Okay, we learn in detail about the madda letters, and we learn the concept about the sakin or jazm. In lesson number 8, we learn about the khari harakat, thara zabar, thara zair, and ulta pesh, and we learn detail about the khari harakat. In lesson number 9, we learn about the lean letters, and we compare lean letters with the madda letters so we can understand the difference. So in lesson number 10, actually lesson number 10 is a practice of all previous lessons from lesson number 1 to lesson number 9. What we have learned in these lessons is a practice in lesson number 10. So till lesson number 10, it was a simple and very important things that everyone should know. These are the necessary things to recite the Quran. Okay, from lesson number 11, the tajweed, the beauty of the Quran is starting. So in lesson number 11, we learn the concept of kalkala, how to pronounce kalkala, and what is the condition when the kalkala rule will be applied, and the condition to pronounce hamza sakina. And there was an exercise, we did exercise with the rules. And in lesson number 12, we learn about the rules of nun sakin and tanween. What is the rule of nun sakin and tanween? When we have to take the voice into nose, and when we should read the nun sakin and tanween very clearly. Okay, so there are 4 rules of nun sakin and tanween: izhar, ikhfa, idgham, and iqlab. Izhar and ikhfa we learn in lesson number 12, and remaining 2 we learn in lesson number 14, after learning the concept of tashdeed in lesson number 13. Tashdeed, what is tashdeed? And the letter which has a tashdeed on it is called mushaddada. And the important things, how to pronounce qalqala letter when they are mushaddada. And the other things, how to pronounce noon mushaddad and mim mushaddad. And the remaining 2 rules, idgham and iqla, we learn in lesson number 14. Okay. In lesson number 15, we learn the rule of meme sakina. Very important, very easy rule. Meme sakin. Izham shafawi, ikhfa shafawi, and izhar shafawi. In lesson number 16, we learn about the concept of tafkhim and tarqiq. 3 letters, sometimes tafkhim mean thick, and sometimes tarqiq mean thin. Alif, lam, and ra. We learn the condition when they should pronounce in a thick tone, when should pronounce in a thin tone in lesson number 16. In lesson number 17, we learn about the maddat, the reasons of why maddat shows in the Quran, why we should make apply the rule of maddat in the Quran. Then we learn about the types of maddat: madde muttasil, madde munfasil, madde lazim, madde leen lazim, madde arid, and madde leen arid. We detail and we practice in lesson number 17. In lesson number 18, we learn about the muqatta'at letters. Muqatta'at letters, the special letters, the very blessed letters, and that's come in the some chapter of the Quran, and we learn how to pronounce it. And in lesson number 19, we learn about the additional alif. You can see if there's a circle on the alif, and there are different conditions where we should recite this alif, and we should not recite this alif. Learn in lesson number 19 in detail. And lesson number 20, there are different rules. Izhari mutlaq, we should not do Ghunnah. After nun sakin there's a yarmalun in the same word like dunya. And we learn about the rule of sakta and the detail about the sakta. Sorry. And we then we learn about the letters of the word where seen and sword written together. So there's a confusion, should we read the seen or sword? We learn where we should read seen and where we should mention sword in the word. And then we learn about the concept of the heel, imala, and the where we should read the mention the alif, and we should note in this lesson number 20. Lesson number 21, most important lesson, is about the work. Work means stop. So we learn the different condition, like when there's a zabar zair or pesh, two zabar two zair, when there's a rounding ta, when there's a specific condition, which types of things will change in which things, like zabar zair pesh will change into jazm in the state of work. And we learn about the different tips and tricks in lesson number 21. And we also learn the concept of noon kutni in detail. And we the most important things, sign of work. Okay, sign of work, when these sign of work come in the middle of the ayah, in the last of the ayah, what we should do, what is the ruling, should we stop or not, we learn in lesson number 21. So these all the lessons, these all the basic rules mentioned in Madani Qaida, which are necessary to learn the Quran, to recite the Quran. And after learning these rules, the one should be able to recite the Quran very well. According to Tajweed rules, he can avoid from the major and minor mistakes as well.
Yes, right. Inshallah.
So now, do you have any questions? You can share it.
No, it was a very good session that you have explained me in, I think, five, four classes you have completed all the concept of Tajweed. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, and these were very important because inshallah, now whenever we will recite the Quran, we will read the Quran, I will explain. Whenever you will read the Quran, I will explain here, which I will ask which rule is applying. If you know already, it's the best, it's good. Otherwise, I will explain in which lesson we learn this rule. I will open the lesson with the Quran, and you will understand, oh yeah, this rule we have learned, I have to apply on this word, how to apply, inshallah.
inshallah,
Inshallah, you will see the difference, how your recitation will improve, and you will be able to uh, read the Quran with confidence,
yes,
inshallah.
inshallah, inshallah. So, so I will stop the recording now and